Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the Geek Street, where the street speaks. My name is Jazz, and I have my geek buddy over here, Harvin. Say hello.
What's up, guys?
Okay, so before we go ahead, we just want to remind you guys to make sure to go ahead to our YouTube channel, thegeekstreet.my, and hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell icon to support us in doing more videos like this. If you guys enjoy us, which I'm pretty sure you guys do. Okay, so
that was like very hopeless like that. Which you guys do, you're like no hope.
Okay, you guys do. You guys enjoy, so make sure to support, like, and subscribe. Okay. And also leave your comments below, if you guys have any feedback, if you guys love what we discuss about, if you want to get in on the discussion, you can leave the comments below, and would really appreciate it. Okay, so before we go ahead with what we're going to talk about, which is the release of Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters trailer, which recently dropped. It was really exciting. So before we go ahead and talk about this, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't watched the trailer yet, it is a spoiler, okay? Because you can spoil someone's mood if they never watch the trailer and we talk about it. So if you guys never watched the trailer, make sure to go and watch the trailer because it was really cool. It was really bomb. And Godzilla fans, give me a shout out.
I don't know if it sounds like that. Just can do the sound, no? Just can do it.
No, I can't. Don't.
No, he can do a raptor sound. I forgot Godzilla. Yeah, he can do the raptor sound. The Velocity Raptor from Jurassic World.
I cannot make a lot of sound lah. Mostly because my baby is sleeping next door.
Okay.
I got a kid now, so I only can do mini raptor. Okay, so yeah, Godzilla Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters trailer dropped, and it was really exciting. Before this, they released a teaser trailer, and even the teaser trailer also was really exciting. And the series, which is an Apple TV series, is going to drop on November 17, and we are going to be talking about sort of like a breakdown / explainer. So basically, we're going to go through this trailer, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys, when you see the trailer, you're like, monsters flying. But all of them, they're sort of connected, and there's a lot of interconnections, especially with the Monsterverse, with the entire Godzilla, Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, and King of Monsters and everything. So, Harvin, before we go ahead in explaining all the details on what happened in the trailer, on a first look basis, how do you feel about the trailer just dropped?
Okay, immediately when I saw the trailer, because of course I watched the first teaser trailer. The whole thing was about Monarch, but it was more intense, I would say. The trailer, and of course at the end you get to see Godzilla, roaring. Yeah, so we see a lot of characters and their developments. You can see like more Monarch detail. Like, of course there will be monsters, but definitely I think the series there'll be the story about the scenes of monsters will be more or less, it'll be more intense of the Monarch. What's their goal, their aim, their reasoning, and everything, the cause, everything. So in first look, immediately basis, I feel like I can't wait. And I didn't know there was even a Monarch series in development until they dropped the teaser trailer. That was how it was for me. I didn't know it was even in the development kind of thing, because I am a fan of the whole Monsterverse thing. I'm not like Jess. Jess knows the history of the
Gojira.
Gojira. Yeah, I'm the fan of the whole Monsterverse thing, and again why I'm excited because we do not see the development of the Monarch storyline much intense in the whole Monsterverse universe. We don't see that. We did see, because the downside of it was in Godzilla versus Kong. You see Monarch, but it was like it's already established, and the thing was just all over the place. Monarch. I'm like, okay, I just have to and then, take it all in. So yeah, so I'm just excited. I would say I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, it's how would I say? The hype is real. Like the hype is delivered to us. Yeah.
For me, to be honest, I wasn't that surprised because somehow I knew they were going to make a story about Monarch, a series about Monarch, because good way to make money, and because you've seen the pattern, right? Like for example, like Avengers, and then you have the series by Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who work in the background. So of course, a story about Monarch is long overdue lah. So yeah, it's exciting that they actually came up with this series. We get to see the behind works and how they actually understood about these monsters, because that's what I like. It's not only about monsters appearing, but how do you go into the lore? How do you keep track of them? How it's a more human perspective, I would say.
One thing I'm a real how would I say, a real sucker for is history. Like if you see, I'm a big fan of like National Treasure, Indiana Jones, because I like it when they explain the whole thing. Like, okay, this is the whole history of it. So the Monarch is the same thing. When I was watching Godzilla vs Kong, like what do you call it, the hollow earth. So the whole explainer. Then they say that they were creatures back way before, and they were like fighting for the throne, for reign supremacy and everything. So I like this. So I hope this too in the Monarch you can see the history of it, like the whole history of the whole monster. How did they came into Earth, and how did this universe even begin? First of all, so yeah, it was more. That's why, like I said, I'm excited. Hopefully, it goes in that route.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping that too. And that's the exciting thing about this trailer, because it actually shows both past and present of Monarch's involvement. It's not only the current situation, but probably on how they established. So yeah, so that's how the trailer comes. So when you see the opening scene of the trailer itself, right, it starts with, of course, from the first Godzilla, from Godzilla 2014, the part where Godzilla fights with the Motos and he goes back into the sea, right? So this is the aftermath, the devastation that happened in San Francisco. And so during that time, we have our main character, which is Kate Randa. Kate Randa, played by Anna Sawai. And funny thing is, Kate Randa is the granddaughter of Bill Randa. So if you guys want to know who is Bill Randa was portrayed by John Goodman in Kong, Skull Island. So he was the director that was filming everything. Okay. Yeah, and so and he revealed that he was there under Monarch. They came to Skull Island, and yeah. So this is the granddaughter of Bill Randa. So yeah, if you look at it, if you look at the timeline, right, Bill Randa was during, I guess, 1940s, late 40s, and then now present time is 2023, 2014 when this happened. So I'm pretty sure that Bill Randa is her grandfather, Kate Randa's grandfather. Yeah. Okay, so we also have other leads. We have two more leads that are playing as the main characters, which is a character that is called May, played by Kirstie Clemens, and also Kintaro, played by Ren Watabe. So Kintaro, some of you all might think that there was one scene where they show people think that Kintaro is Ishiro Serizawa's. Ishiro Serizawa was played by Ken Watanabe in Godzilla.
I'm one of those audiences who think he was the like the daughter or the granddaughter. Because I think in Godzilla versus Kong, his son was one of the bad guy, right? The one who wanted to. Was that his son?
No, I can't remember.
No,
I don't think so.
The Chinese guy, I think he said something like his father. Yeah, I think he said something reference about his father. So Ken Watanabe was like his father. I think that was it.
To be honest, I can't remember that.
My God, and you call yourself a Monsterverse fan?
Hey, you are the Monsterverse fan. I'm the Godzilla history fan. But yeah, a lot of you guys think that this guy is related, but I don't think he is. Like, he's just a friend to Kate, right? And following throughout the trailer, we see Anders Holm, the actor Anders Holm. He plays a younger version of Bill Randa. So this is even before the 1940s, I think way earlier on. And
wait, if 1943 and we are seeing a young, even more younger version of him, then we are going like even more backstory of Monarch. Like,
yeah, it is. I'm not sure that the Kong Skull Island was during 1950s or 1940s, but it was during I think like during the Vietnam War lah. So this is I'm guessing this early stage of Monarch probably 1920s or 1930s. You can expect around that timeline lah. Younger version of Bill Randa. And also you see a Japanese lady. Her name is Keiko, played by Mari Yamamoto. And so there's a lot of speculations saying that is she related to Ishiro Serizawa? You know, I mean, because when you look online, her name is just Keiko. There's no last name. So maybe later on they might reveal it as Keiko Shorizawa. Turns out it's Ishiro Shorizawa's grandmother or mother or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so you see them investigating a warship on an island. So it might lead to an idea that that's Skull Island. A lot of people are speculating that it's Skull Island. It might be, but if you look at the movie Kong Skull Island, that was the first time Bill Randa went to the island and he was chasing after.
He went for when he went. It was for some
volcanic
mission or something like that.
So to look for the Hollow Earth.
Yeah. He went on his own. He went with like a few crew, right?
Yeah. He brought the crew. That was one Captain James something, Tom Hiddleston, and Brie Larson were part of the crew lah. So he went with the crew with Samuel Jackson, part of the military crew, and So and Bill Randa died during that time. So now we don't know, is that his first time in Kong Island or has he been to Kong Island before, and which is being uncovered by this series lah. But it may be a whole other island also. We won't know. But actually, when you see that warship where they're investigating, right, it's actually dragged from the sea. So there's a huge creature over there that actually dragged it there, but we're not sure what is it. Maybe they're hunting for Kong, but a younger version of Kong. It's exciting to know lah. If that is Skull Island.
It is cool to see a younger, more smaller version of Kong, like running around in the jungle. But the whole Skull Island, right? It is situated in the is it Hollow or Halo? Hollow Earth, right?
Hollow Earth.
Hollow. Okay. Yeah. Hollow Earth. Is it situated in Hollow Earth, or is it that somehow Kong, like how the monsters come out from the Hollow Earth and then now they are in practically in our universe, in our Earth kind of this one. So is Skull Island in Earth, or is it in Hollow Earth?
Okay, basically Skull Island is on Earth, right? But then what they were looking for was that opening that goes to the underneath of the Hollow Earth. But they didn't really reveal whether the Hollow Earth is there. But according to Bill Randa, that it is there, and that's where Kong's parents came from lah. But
Okay,
when you see,
so practically Skull Island is in Earth, but there's an opening to Hollow Earth from Skull Island.
yes.
Okay, so that's how he popped out and then like chilling on Skull Island, basically.
Yeah. Basically, that's the theory, lah. But then when you watch like Godzilla versus Kong, they transport him to another place and they bring him to the Hollow Earth over there. So, but they transport him from Skull Island. So I'm not sure whether is it there or not. But the theory is that there's a Hollow Earth opening in Skull Island.
If I'm not mistaken, in the previous film, Godzilla versus Kong, the opening to Hollow Earth was a different area, right? Was not like it was underwater, right? It went through underwater, right?
No, I don't think it was underwater, but they brought him to like Antarctica or something like that, like a snowy.
Yes.
Then they built like a vault that goes to that opening.
That means on Earth there is different openings to Hollow Earth.
Yes. There's multiple openings around. There actually we will see something like that in the trailer. I will explain that part in the trailer lah. Okay, so also we are introduced to new monsters which we've never seen in the Monsterverse. So of course you see like a flying creature, and this creature is the one that attacks them on the warship. So
the immediate glance that particular monster flying over there, it just at a glance, I would say it just reminded me of Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
I mean, you never know because the timeline is all over there. So maybe like how you said, like young Kong, maybe it's a young Ghidorah. Like you never know, right?
No, but if you look at King of Monsters, Ghidorah was actually frozen for a very, very long time. They were just keeping an eye on him.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think it just clicked me. Ghidorah was not actually a monster; it's like an alien, right?
Yeah, he's an alien. Is that right? Yeah. So Ghidorah landed on Earth like millions of years ago. And then, he was frozen in ice, and then he escaped. So the monster that you see is actually way smaller than Ghidorah. And you will actually see a hint, like at the face of the monster itself in the middle of the trailer when they show him attacking that warship. So I'm guessing it might be Batra. Batra looks almost the same. I mean, I'm judging from the tail because you see his tail got like 3 forks, So, a lot of the monsters from the Godzilla universe, not from the Monsterverse, from the Godzilla universe, most of them got like 3 pointy tails. So, it might be Petra, it might be Kamastos, but a lot of people saying it's Kamastos lah. But we won't know. Probably they'll name it in the series 10 after that we will know lah.
So these 2 names is part of the whole Godzilla universe, that in the whole history of Godzilla universe before.
Part of the Toho universe,
The Toho universe, you would say.
Yeah, part of Toho.
So there is a long list of monsters which they can introduce as they move along with the sequel movies and the series if they do.
Oh yes, there's a lot of monsters from the Godzilla series, and they can just bring them up anytime they like. So moving on into the trailer, we actually see these our lead characters, right? They're hiding in some kind of like a military abandoned building, And then they actually show these military guys opening a vault, and the vault opens to a deserted area. So I'm guessing this is the same deserted place to the end scene. So what building is this, and why does this building randomly is opening there? So I'm guessing it's one of Monarch's old outposts, because you see in Godzilla King of Monsters, they actually have Monarch outposts throughout the world map.
I remember.
And these outposts are watching all the Titans.
Yeah, it's like an outpost for the monsters are located in this particular area, so there's an outpost like looking after it kind of thing, right?
Yes, monitoring them. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So this is one of the older outposts lah, and I think they were searching for answers lah in this outpost. Yeah. So accompanying the younger version of Bill Randa, we also see Lee Shaw. If you look at the Godzilla canon comics, he was actually one of the military officials that did the bombing to kill Godzilla. If you look at the earlier 2014 version, you'll see that they were running like a nuclear bomb. I mean, historically, it happened, this bombing, but they linked it to Godzilla. So this was actually directed by Shaw. So we see Lee Shaw played by Wyatt Russell. So anyone, you guys know Wyatt Russell? Agent what? X.
US agent.
US agent, yes. So he'll be playing US agent in the Marvel series, so you can catch more of
Captain America ripoff.
Yeah, the Captain America ripoff. Yes. So interesting choice of casting was the younger version of Lee Shaw is played by Wyatt Russell. The older version of Lee Shaw is played by Kurt Russell, which is Wyatt Russell's father.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice to see.
That was one of the news that I got to know. The father and son are literally playing the father and son in the series.
No, they're not playing father and son. They're playing that one.
Oh, yes, sorry. I mean, they're playing the younger version of him in the
younger version and older version. Both father and son are playing that now. And it's interesting to see that the direction that they're going with this series is not just to say, oh, we are Monarch and we are monitoring this one and all, but there's actually a secret that is going on. So you will see Lee Shaw actually say that, you want to choke down on that Monarch lie, or you want to find out what really happened. What happened? So something happened, and that is leading to how Monarch is tracking onto these monsters and all. So it's exciting to see what kind of mystery is going around there. Yeah. Then, as I mentioned, the monster that I think is Betra or Kamastos, right? That is attacking the warship. We see the younger version of Lee Shaw in there also. So Lee Shaw, Bill Randa, and Keiko, they are all part of Monarch, and they are doing this investigation way ages ago. And then we see a bearded Japanese guy in the trailer. So, I was trying to analyze, okay, did this guy, was it during the olden days, or is it the present time? Because behind him got like some kind of like technological device, So this guy had beard and everything. So I'm like, wait, is this Ishiro Serizawa, the younger version of him? Because he looks a lot like Ken Watanabe. But I'm not sure. I don't know who is this Japanese guy. It's definitely not Kintaro, because Kintaro is just a young boy. But I'm excited to see who is this character. But I'm guessing maybe a younger version of Ishiro Serizawa, if they want to bring him back into the story.
I mean, they can if they want to, because it's like the timeline is like they can jump back and forth, so they can bring back some of the characters which we saw previously, and then they bring back, or a younger version of the character they bring back. They can.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the important things of this whole Monsterverse so far, I think the original characters in the Monsters, like Ken Watanabe, they bring out the emotion. So I think moving forward, when they do a series like Monarch, when they're having a timeline moving like all over the place, these characters, they can intensify the whole series even more. Ken Watanabe was one of the person keep on, everyone saying Godzilla, and he was the only one saying this guy is so intense. So those kind of things, so maybe it can be him. Hopefully it's him, but we never know.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's him. So, earlier I mentioned that you will see indication of the outposts or the multiple Hollow Earths, right? In the scene where you will see Kid holding map and Kintaro getting the light from reflection to pinpoint locations on the map. So these locations, they might be either entry points of the Hollow Earth and where they're located, or it might be the outpost. But I'm pretty sure if there's a Hollow Earth entry point, there's an outpost over there also, because Monarch is monitoring very closely. So I'm thinking it's an entry point to the Hollow Earth. Why I'm thinking so? Because later on in the trailer, you will see they actually go to that place where there's the entry point for the Hollow Earth. Okay, more on that later, because the trailer is just jumping, and then there's also a scene where you see they will detonate explosives in a nuclear plant. So I'm guessing, and when they go underneath, you see a lot of eggs. So it means that nuclear plant. Yeah. So it means the nuclear plant. It was a nuclear plant. I think the core melted, but there's no radiation. Same like in 2014's Godzilla, there's no radiation in the nuclear plant because these creatures have fed off on the radiation.
Yeah. So that's what they do, right? Like they feed off the radiation, especially Godzilla, right? Not only Godzilla, I think all the monsters does that, right?
Yeah.
All the monsters. So if that particular monster were to lay egg, that means if you have the amount of radiation, that's why it could lay healthy eggs.
Yeah, correct. And that's why they can go into that without any mask or anything. So the don't know what creature is that, because I saw like some kind of like insect-like creature. Not sure which part of the Godzilla law is this creature, but more to know later on lah. And then they show us the scene where I think it's like Antarctica or maybe Siberia or some snowy place. Where there's an entry point for the Hollow Earth. You see like rainbow kind of light coming out, and Shaw actually looks at it from the helicopter. And I think you can expect a lot from that episode, because even in that episode, you will see them encountering a worm-like creature, like a predator-like creature.
I did.
Yeah, and Shaw goes one-on-one with that creature, Yeah. So and then also it shows Bill Randa on Skull Island, the older version of Bill Randa. So I don't know if they got John Goodman to come and act again, because you can actually see John Goodman a bit skinnier, bearded. But this was during that whole Kong Skull Island encounter lah. Because he dies in that movie, right? So they show him encountering a mother long legs. So the spiders with those bamboo-like legs.
Yeah.
But this mother long legs looks a bit larger, so maybe it's a queen mother long legs.
They call it the monster name is Mother Long Legs.
Yeah, you know how got daddy long legs spiders, right? In our house, we have all these long. It's called daddy long legs. But they call them mother long legs because these spiders are only females. There's no males.
Okay. So it's part of the Godzilla universe.
In the Monsterverse lah.
Monsterverse.
Yeah. Those bamboo legs.
So it's not. Okay.
Not part of the Godzilla universe, but part of the Monsterverse. We have these mother long legs. So yeah. And that creature, the snow creature that I mentioned, right? It's interesting to see all of these monsters that we encounter, right? They each have their own elemental power,
Yeah, I did see that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, so the creature actually freezes someone. So if you look at like Ghidorah has electricity power. Godzilla has nuclear heat blast power, and then we have this creature that shoots ice, freezes people.
But I think it's only limited. It's either limited to certain monsters having powers, or certain monsters haven't unlocked their powers. Like for example, like Kong, but he has some suddenly laser vision come out of his eyes.
I think why they can't do that with Kong, because Kong is a monkey and ape, right? So you want to make an ape that shoots fire out of his mouth. It's a bit but then like these creatures, they're not part of the biology that we know, so they can just simply put fire breathing.
Yeah, I think it also works in a way like this powers kind of thing. I think it works in a way like how you segregate animals, their categories like mammals, amphibians, those kinds. So I think power related works more on amphibians and like what do you call that? Lizards are what do you call it? Lizards, snakes. Those are amphibians, right?
No, lizard is lizard. Amphibian is like frogs.
Yeah, okay, fine. Those kind of things like lizards, snakes, and all that. So I think those kinds of particular creatures, I think they can evolve with radiation. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not like a scientist, but just in a general term, mammal does not work in that way because like they only works when to give super strength. I think so. That's how Kong becomes super large. In that way, that's their superpower. In fact, for like Godzilla and stuff, they gain like literal radiation powers kind of thing. So I think that's how it's like differentiate.
Yeah, correct. Like certain creatures, like you see, like behemoth, Titanus behemoth is just like a mammal, like a woolly mammoth, and he's just a giant elephant lah, like no power. So and like you say, like mammals probably just strength lah, super strength lah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see all of that. Those creatures with powers and everything. And then before the final scene, they actually show Godzilla rising up from the sea, right? So this version of Godzilla is actually the younger version, before 2014. Because if you look at his spikes, it's not the like in King of Monsters, his spikes look different.
Yeah, it's like huge and like this kind of thing, right? Right?
Yeah, it just goes like flamey, like the original Godzilla, Toho Godzilla. But this one is the 2014, and before that, like just sharp spikes. And we get this awesome tracking shot from his tail and going up towards his back and everything. But this actually shows that this is the version of Godzilla when that nuclear test was going on, that actual test that happened. The Castle Bravo nuclear test. It happened in the Bikini Atoll, so that's where they attacked Godzilla. The final shot of the trailer, they actually show Godzilla waking up in the desert, and boy, the CGI looked damn good, right?
Yeah. I mean, like when I saw Apple funding for the whole thing, I'm like, damn, Apple is balling. I mean, they just released their new slate of iPhone 15, right? Yeah, they're like, Godzilla. You want a Godzilla? Okay, I want Godzilla for you guys.
Give me Godzilla. But yeah, Godzilla looked so good in the trailer. So I'm really excited. The CGI work was really good. And the fact that he woke up in the desert, so there's a lot of speculations. Why was he in the desert? Like, was he hiding out there somewhere? Or what? We are not really sure. But it's not really an out of the ordinary thing, because Godzilla has emerged from the land before, even in Toho Godzilla. Like I mentioned, Mothra versus Godzilla from the 1964 movie. That was actually the Godzilla that I grew up with. My uncle used to scare me because there was that one scene when Godzilla emerges, his tail comes out first from the land.
Okay.
He still comes out, and then after that he gets up. Then we wait the music. Dun, 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 dun,
I mean, you won't be surprised, Jess, if they would do the same thing for the series now, or in the movies upcoming, or anything like that. That's how good. I mean, like nowadays movies, they do a lot of references from the old things. That's how they get their fans hooked up onto it. So I won't be surprised when they do it, and I won't be surprised when you watch it and be like, oh. I mean, you turn to touch your face. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening?
You see, if they show Godzilla tail coming out first from the sand, I will literally scream because until now, I keep it close to my heart the way Godzilla tail comes out. Even my uncle used to scare me also. No, he'd be like, see, what's the time now? Can you see the tail coming out over there? Can you see the tail coming out? So, yeah, I keep it close to my heart. Basically, that's the explanation of the whole trailer. So, I'm hoping that now you guys have a better understanding of who are the characters or what are the monsters and how is it linked, and what we can expect, especially with the Hollow Earth. And it's going to be really exciting, this entire thing. So, Harbin, anything else you want to add?
know I am much in expectation for the series, and of course when it comes out, I'll be the first one to contact you. Like, Jess, what's going on? Can you explain what is Monster? But yeah, I'm as a Monsterverse fan, I'm very excited for the series. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there is about 6 to 8 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. So we have a good long 6 to 8 episodes, and I think Apple TV shows, they do play like long hours of episodes, maybe about 50 minutes. I think so. I think we are pretty much in a solid situation to enjoy this series.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot to unpack. So they'll definitely do it long running time. Yeah, so that's the breakdown / explanation for the Godzilla trailer. And definitely once the series comes out, we'll be doing more videos because we'll get much more clarity and more explanation, and we'll be doing more of those. So make sure to come and drop by into our YouTube channel and watch our content. And also don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and also hit that bell icon again. It will support us a lot to continue doing videos like this. And we also have our Discord community channel. So it's in the link in the description below. And yeah, make sure to follow us in there, because that's where we fanboy, fangirl, and we talk everything about Marvel, Godzilla, Jurassic Park, Transformers, okay, whatever you name it. Okay, so just come, and we want our community to grow bigger with you guys contributing in as well. And we also have our Instagram page, the Geek Street .my. Make sure to head on to there and get our daily news updates, which our editor will be posting every time there's a news update that comes in. Okay, so if there's nothing else till then, this is the Geek Street, and the street has spoken. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Ciao, guys.